You're here because you want to get straight to the good stuff. Figure out this whole making money online thing without getting totally swamped.
Yeah, cut through the noise.
Exactly. You want the strategies, you want to get them fast. And that's what we're doing today. We're diving deep into Mark Anastasi's book, The Laptop Millionaire.
It's an interesting one. It's packed with practical methods. Real stories, too, which helps.
It does. And the core idea is pretty simple, isn't it? The internet is this massive financial opportunity just waiting.
Right, largely untapped for most people. He talks about his own story, meeting this mentor figure.
The Laptop Millionaire, completely changed his situation, apparently. From major debt to online success.
So our mission today, really, is to pull out the best bits, the most useful nuggets from the book for you. Give you a clear map of the possibilities online.
Without getting lost in the weeds.
Exactly, and the scale is just huge. Trillions spent online every year.
Trillions. It's hard to even grasp.
And think about this. 1 in 4 ad dollars is spent online now. Plus, people are spending, 40 minutes a day just scrolling social media.
That's a ton of attention. A massive marketplace most aren't even thinking about for income.
Precisely. And the book covers so many different angles.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. It's social media, like Facebook and Twitter. Freelancing platforms like Fiverr.
Outsourcing tasks, membership sites for recurring income, webinars, online ads, ebooks. It's a wide range.
And he backs it up with examples, which I always find helpful. Makes it feel more real.
Definitely. Like Kevin Taylor making around $8,000 a month from Fiverr.
$8,000 from Fiverr.
Yeah. Or Sharon Doyle, about $7,000 a month with SEO search engine optimization, helping websites get found.
Right, making things visible online. And doing it from like a beach in Cambodia sometimes, the book says.
It really shows what's possible.
And there are more, right. Tiziano G, $11K a month building an email list.
Laura Wilson, $12K a month marketing for local businesses, often part-time.
Lori K, $15 go a month from an ebook. Corinna X, $16,000 in 90 minutes from a webinar.
That webinar one is pretty impressive.
It is. Lucy Johnson, $40K a month with membership sites. Jonathan N, $30K a month with SEO.
And these are framed as, regular people, laptop entrepreneurs using fairly straightforward internet strategies.
Yeah, not necessarily tech wizards. And Anastasi's own background, going from $12,000 in debt, homeless even, to earning over $7 million online. That adds a lot of credibility, doesn't it?
It really does. He's walked the walk, so to speak, not just theory.
And that first business he started cost him about $400, apparently.
Right, and it grew to over $10,000 a month pretty quickly.
Which really dusts the myth that you need huge capital to start something successful online. The leverage is incredible.
So it begs the question, listening to this, why aren't more people doing it? If the potential is there, low barrier to entry sometimes.
Maybe you just don't know where to start or feel overwhelmed.
Could be. Lack of awareness, maybe just too much info out there. And that's kind of what we're trying to fix today, right? Clarify things.
Exactly. So let's start breaking down some of the core strategies. Ebooks come up a lot early on. What's the key takeaway there?
Well, the big thing is focusing on genuine value for a specific group. He really hammers this home.
Okay.
Money follows value delivered. So step one isn't some genius idea necessarily. It's finding an audience you want to help, understanding their problem.
Right, not just writing any old ebook. Finding a niche with a real need. Did he give pointers on choosing that market?
Yeah. 5 key things to look for. Is the group big enough? Is their pain point significant? Are they already spending money to solve it?
Okay.
Is there potential for follow-up sales? And crucially, can you actually reach them online easily?
Those are solid questions to ask up front. Definitely helps focus things. And he had some practical tips for creating the ebook too, even if you're not a writer. That flycatcher page idea was interesting.
Yeah, that's clever. Basically, set up a simple page asking potential customers, what do you want to know about X?
So you let the market write the table of contents, essentially.
Pretty much. Takes out the guesswork. The example was Brett, right? Created a scrapbooking ebook based purely on questions people submitted.
And even outsourced the writing.
Exactly. Shows how fast you can move.
And the results. Cost him $800 to get written, made over $33,000 profit in the first year. That's a pretty good return.
Not bad at all. Then there's the strategy of interviewing experts.
Right, you don't have to be the guru yourself.
Nope. Be the reporter. Interview experts in a field using something like Skype, get it transcribed, boom, ebook or course content.
He mentioned someone, Matt Bacak, making his first million that way.
Yeah, that's the story. Using exactly that method.
That really lowers the barrier for creating valuable stuff.
Oh.
What about other content? Webinars got a big mention too.
Yes, webinars. Presented as super effective for actually selling online.
Why is that?
Higher conversion rates, apparently. Much higher than just sending people to a sales page.
Okay.
That live interaction, answering questions on the spot, it builds trust. Allows you to sell higher priced things more effectively.
Makes sense. And that Corinna X example, 16K in 90 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, really highlights the potential. And the book covers different ways to use them, right?
Yeah.
Selling your own stuff, joint ventures with other experts.
Even being a webinar broker, connecting experts with audiences.
Right. And the big picture with all this content, ebooks, interviews, webinars is that once created, these digital things can keep making money.
Passive income, essentially, or at least scalable.
Exactly. Shifting from trading time for money to creating assets. He calls it the millionaire secret. Work for passive income, not earned income.
Does mean no work, obviously.
No, definitely not. But the initial effort can pay off repeatedly over time.
That's a powerful shift in thinking. Okay, so the book also talks a lot about building an email list. Why is that so critical?
The money is in the list. That's the mantra. Your email list is your direct connection to your audience.
Your own channel, not dependent on social media algorithms.
Exactly. You own it. It lets you build relationships, promote new stuff, get repeat business. Craig Ballantyne's quote in the book calls the internet the great equalizer, and your list is like your portable business asset.
Makes sense. The book laid out several reasons why lists are so valuable, didn't it?
7 key ones. You own it, repeat sales, work from anywhere potential, builds long-term financial independence.
Lets you get feedback.
Right, direct feedback, essential for launching new products. And importantly, traffic from your own list converts way better.
Converts, meaning people actually buy.
Yeah, much higher sales rate than, say, random traffic from social media. Matt Bacak, again, his experience showed clicks from his list were worth way more than clicks from Twitter.
That's a massive difference. Okay, so how do you actually build this list then?
Well, the main way is offering something valuable for free in exchange for an email, a free report, a checklist, a short ebook.
The lead magnet.
Exactly. It attracts people genuinely interested in your topic. Then you need traffic to your sign-up page.
Where does that traffic come from?
All sorts of places. Social media, obviously, Facebook, Twitter, pay-per-click ads, even solo ads, where you pay someone else with a list in your niche to email their subscribers about your free offer.
Interesting. And he even mentioned offline stuff, like direct mail or live events.
Yeah, mixing it up. Using seminars or even mailers to drive people to your online list. It's about meeting people where they are.
And the context matters too, right? If someone signs up after seeing you give a great webinar.
Exactly. The trust is already higher than if they just clicked a random ad.
Okay, so beyond content and lists, let's get into specific platforms. Facebook and Twitter were highlighted. What about Facebook?
The big things were fan pages and using Facebook ads. Ads let you target very specific groups cost effectively.
Like the example of the guy with the Pittsburgh Steelers fan page.
Anthony Mink, yeah. Built a huge page, then made money using CPA offers cost per action where you get paid if someone signs up for something.
But it wasn't just ads, right? Just sharing good content helps.
Absolutely. Sharing valuable stuff and relevant offers on your personal profile or fan page can drive traffic and sales too. Vesna Flow and Paul Wakefield were examples of that.
And Facebook events. That was surprising, using them to promote webinars for free and getting big sales.
Yeah, an often overlooked tactic. Plus, Facebook groups for building communities and finding partners.
And that guy, Vlad Dancia, who built and sold Facebook pages. Another angle.
Right. Lots of possibilities within just Facebook.
Okay, what about Twitter? How do you make money there, according to the book?
Mostly through building a decent following and then promoting affiliate products with targeted tweets.
Affiliate marketing, recommending other people's stuff for a commission.
Exactly. Alexandra's story was about growing followers quickly with certain tools, then making consistent income tweeting affiliate links.
So it's about reach and relevance.
And using Twitter search to find people actively asking questions in your niche, then engaging directly.
And that blog JV idea. offering bloggers a 50-50 deal to review or promote your stuff.
Yeah, another way to tap into existing audiences. And for growing followers faster, maybe using Fiverr services, though he adds a caution about quality there.
Quality followers, right.
Yeah.
And automation tools to manage it all.
Yes, tools to handle multiple accounts or schedule tweets.
Okay, speaking of Fiverr, it got its own chapter. Not just for buying cheap stuff, but for making money too.
Definitely. 3 main ways outlined. 1, selling your own services, your gigs. Starting at $5, but can go much higher.
Like Kevin Taylor making up to $8Ks a month doing that.
Exactly. 2, Fiverr arbitraging. Find a cheap gig on Fiverr, then resell that service for more money somewhere else.
Interesting. Like being a middleman. Paul Wakefield did that for side income.
That's the example. And 3rd, automating your Fiverr business, using tools to manage lots of orders if you're selling a popular gig, like SEO services.
So even on a platform known for $5 gigs, you can scale things up.
You can. And the thread connecting all these strategies, Fiverr, Facebook, ebooks, lists, is that consistent value delivery.
Right. Value first, building relationships, especially with that email list.
And using the internet's reach effectively, global marketplace.
It really is about finding those leverage points. Now, towards the end, the book kind of zooms out, connects this to bigger economic stuff.
Yeah, it gets quite thought-provoking there, linking things like government debt, potential currency issues, rising taxes.
To the idea that having an online income stream might become less of a nice to have and more of a, well, a necessity.
That's the argument. As traditional jobs face pressure and maybe money loses purchasing power, an online business offers more control, potential to earn in different currencies, maybe even find more favorable tax situations.
He mentions people setting up in places like Singapore or Hong Kong.
As examples, but obviously stressing the need for proper professional tax advice if you go down that road.
Of course. So it's positioned as more than just side income. It's potentially a way to gain financial freedom and resilience against wider economic shifts. Location independence, too.
Which brings it back to you, the listener. Thinking about these trends, these strategies, could now be the time to explore this seriously.
Yeah, which of these ideas actually sparked something for you? Which ones felt like they might fit your skills or interests?
Remember those examples, Kevin on Fiverr, Lucy with memberships, Jonathan doing SEO? What underlying principles were they using? Could you apply them somehow?
Because the journey, as the book makes clear, is about learning and adapting, isn't it? Testing things out.
Continuous learning, yeah. Being open, willing to explore and evolve.
So as we wrap up this look at the Laptop Millionaire, maybe the final thought is this. Could you be the next person figuring this out?
Tapping into that huge online economy, building something that gives you more freedom, the opportunity, as Anastasi lays it out, seems to be there for the taking if you're willing to explore it.